So we should have done this in the fort, but we couldn't because Mitch took the fort away,
Yes,
right?
Mitch
Sorry,
Perry took
my
the fort
bad.
away.
But we got Marianne, we got Bryce, we got
Hello.
Jess, and Elizabeth. And we're here to just talk random stuff. I think we should start with networking, but I wanted to eventually lead into like a cruise boat and eventually lead to like burnout because you and I can do good 3 hours on that.
Oh, absolutely.
So who wants to go first? Do you want to introduce yourself first, and then I'll pass the mic here.
Okay. So my name is Bryce Nichols. I have about 4.5 years on the site side and 4.5 years as a CRA. And this is my first professional conference, so I'm here hanging out.
Do you know how many people want to be CRAs watching this right now?
Everybody.
Like in her app is like all of them. No?
Not all of them, but definitely a good
lot.
amount.
Yeah, a good. Consulting soon?
Consulting soon. So that's my next evolution is actually trying to offer strategies to the site, not as an auditor, but as a consultant. So I don't have to come and, yell at you. I can actually just help.
So
So
QA, QC.
compliance with a twist of industrial organizational psychology consulting. It's an added boost to the QA.
Okay, that sounds good. And then you do similar. Maybe you should be.
Yeah, maybe I should. So, but I have like three things now. So I am the founder of Clean Grow, and I do invoicing, reconciliations, justification letters, budget negotiations, amendment fees, all things financial related to clinical research with Clean Grow. And then the next question everybody asks me is like, hey, can you get me studies? So then started collab trials. So now I could get studies for sites, but they have to be independent because I don't want, to work for those big networks that we won't talk about.
big one, and
And then we're done.
nobody else gets one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a Clinical Research Justice League, and that's the volunteers.
but we're missing. We're
missing.
2, right?
Yeah, we're missing 2 of them. They flew away
Okay,
with
that's
the
okay.
storm.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, before that. Well,
Yeah.
that's good. So that's cool. We'll get back to that. And you were on the panel.
Yes.
I had to leave before, but I was there for the money.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good segue.
She's
right
my
here.
roommate.
You were the brave one to go up there first. I was waiting. I knew it was going to happen. That's why I was in the front.
Yes,
And I bought this hat, and I was like, I think I could get it, like, invoice, like reimbursed from the sponsor.
Oh
I
yes,
did.
that was definitely a fun surprise to lighten up a tough conversation because money is a huge topic. So I thank you guys for putting in fun elements to lighten the mood or something.
I think that was
had
Chris's
people-
own money, actually. What was it?
Oh, double thank him then.
Yeah, Chris, thank you, man.
You said something I liked about the sites being scared to get money. Can you say that one more time?
Oh yes, that was a good thing about them willing to leave money on the floor. Like they're saying, hey, there's money, and the sites weren't doing that.
Do you
So-
know what I said to Monica when that happened? I was just sitting there. Nobody was going. I was like, man, these sites are paid way too well. They're not going to go up there for dollar bills. They're going to go for like bigger bills.
Yeah, but I feel like that whole situation just shows how people kind of get caught in their heads of how do I look when I ask for my worth
Yeah.
and what do I need, and instead of going to get it, they prefer to leave it because they're scared of that perception.
Yep.
But they're a business, so sometimes you have to get down and dirty to make the business work.
Mm-hmm.
Scared to ask for it. And the answer is no unless you ask for it. Sorry, the answer is always no unless you ask for it. And then the answer might be yes. So, right, it might be yes. So why not ask for it? And that was the whole point, which is why I said, hey, you're leaving money on the table. You're literally leaving it on the table. And the amount of people that were in there, I mean, you got what, $88?
You got 88.
88 out of the 300 she got. So that means out of like basically 10% of people didn't want to do it.
The founders, we need the money. We know how tough it is out here. The founders got to get that cash where we can.
That's a testament to your hustle right there.
Yeah, founder
That's a
life.
testament.
Yes, and as a professional super connector, this was a great segue to talk about, the importance of conversation and networking and even all of that. So this has added extra conversation of why
Hold
do you
on.
have all this money?
This is perfect. Hold it. So your famous picture was like a bunch of these things. What do they
Yeah.
call those?
Ribbons.
Ribbons. You had to like down to the floor. And
yes.
that went viral.
It-
Is
it-
this better personally feel to you or the ribbons? What's better?
I'm
The
gonna
cash.
say the cash.
Yeah, okay, thank you. We got it. You got to go on LinkedIn with this one now.
Oh,
So are you officially
I'll comment
saying
so.
that SOS is better than Scope?
You know,
That's what we're getting
I
at.
will go on the record.
Are you
Yes.
going on the record to say
Yes,
that?
because
And it costs less to attend?
costs less and you have the opportunity to make money.
Wow. Are you saying that basically paid for your conference?
Yes.
Almost.
Wait, okay, guys.
Al-
All right,
almost.
settle down.
Wow, this was
This is
great.
not a
Thank
sponsored
you for-
webinar.
You're
But
the
no,
co-host
this is a
all the time.
testament to SOS and LICR of really giving back to the community. The fact that you guys know that people had to spend money to get here and then coming together to give these resources back beyond connections is amazing. So
Yeah.
the fact you even thought about this just shows how you care about the
Well,
community that you're
I
building.
learned a thing about this conference because last year I get to pick my hometown, kind of. It was my alma mater. And it was like low risk. Like, we're just going to rent the university. It was like very low risk. Everyone, wherever. We didn't care where you stayed. This year, they were like, hey, let's do OKC. Okay, that's cool. What's cool in OKC? The Omni. Okay, well, then you start dealing with room. You got to book rooms. And then Robert Goldman told me, man, because I told him, like, you know what? A lot of people we didn't anticipate didn't stay. And he said, you know what? Executives will stay, but the frontline workers, they're thinking twice about the value. And a lot of people, and I was like, of course, like, how did we not consider this? And this is why, like, it's hard to do conference for frontline workers because there's not money to like extract from you guys, right? So theoretically, we should have done like in a cool meeting spot, but we did it in like really baller place. It worked out. It worked out well. But that's the difference. That speaks volumes to like the industry. Why was there not a conference for frontline workers before? It's not because it's not a good idea. It's because like there's not really money in there.
Yeah, the justification
Yep.
is a little harder. But even this, you guys really create a safe space where people can say, be vulnerable and say, I do have a need. Because other conferences, you kind of feel like you have to be put together and have that perfect pitch. But here allows you to really be yourself and really make the connections that matter. So thank you for that.
Thank you guys for coming.
And we need a lot more CRAs to show up. I met one other CRA, and I think at this conference, it's kind of weird. After 4 and some change years, I'm only now seeing how integral CRAs are to the whole industry. I didn't know how much we truly had our hands into until I talked to everybody from site owners to directors and feasibility people. So
I think even more than just CRAs, just having CROs and sponsors here, because without these in-person investigator meetings, especially as everybody's moving to virtual now, you don't have that opportunity to really meet with sites, to find sites, and for the sites to talk to you and see, okay, what do I need to say in my feasibility? What are you looking for? How can I make myself stand out? Those conversations aren't happening. So these are areas where we need to be able to have that, because truly in our industry, we don't have many conferences that are for the workforce, right? Even CRAs, CTMs, project managers, anything like that, there's maybe a handful of conferences that really bring all of that together. And I really love that about SOS, but that is such a deficit here, is that we don't see a lot of sponsors and we don't see a lot of CROs. And that is so needed, because you're not hearing what the sites are saying. And you're not also, and the sites can't hear what you're saying because you're not at the same conferences. So really making sure that we are supporting our sites and listening to our sites is essential for us to be successful in this industry.
I would also like to make a recommendation, which is get you some friends that want to roommate with you. Elizabeth's my roommate, and the last conference we had an Airbnb, which was pretty nice. So that helps to save on some expenses. Yeah.
Getting creative.
Yeah. And if you need help with justification, I'm your girl.
I saw that on LinkedIn. That's when I was like, wait,
Oh, also, by the way, I just wanted to.
yeah. But like segue to conference, you got something coming up.
Sure. We are doing a cruise conference, and I know it's a wild idea, but if you know me,
That's a great idea.
thank you, and I think so too.
And you got
right?
a captive audience. Like,
Yeah,
where are
you-
they gonna go? They
right?
jump
That's
off.
what I keep saying. That's
Don't
what I
give
keep
them
saying.
shrooms on that one.
Right?
Don't-
Yeah. No.
Under
Yeah,
supervision.
right. Yeah. No, That's what I joke.
Okay.
That's what I've been joking about to like vendors and stuff that want to come to this, because we want to keep this affordable for our attendees, and that's truly the reason that we're doing it on a conference or a cruise ship. Sorry, a cruise
That
ship.
one's smart.
Because there's no overhead, like you're talking about. There's no overhead, so we don't have to pass it on to the attendees. So all that the attendees are really paying for is their room. But the room on a cruise ship also includes your food, your entertainment, your drinks, your Wi-Fi, all of those things. So we're
That's
able to
cool.
keep our pricing very low at $300 for the registration fee. And then the rooms are $2,600, but that's for 2 people. And that includes, again, your food, your food, your Wi-Fi, your drinks that are non-alcoholic, all the entertainment, your tips, all those kind of things. So in reality, if we're sharing a room, if Elizabeth and I are sharing a room, then it would be $1,600 per person total, all in. And we also have a referral program too. So if you help us sell 10 rooms, you get to go for free.
Where are you guys cruising?
To you guys, you're coming with us. What are you talking about?
okay.
Like, jeez. I mean,
Okay.
come on. We got to have clinical trials guru. And and we're going to let you have your crew follow you around the whole place. I want you to cover it all.
Daniel, oh,
Yeah.
that's what Brian's signaling
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, the
man.
signaling behind the camera.
It's tough
You guys
to be a
can't see it.
videographer, man. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah.
I thought he was saying the mic's out.
Yeah. He's like, I want to go on this cruise ship
Yeah, he
too.
wants to go on the
Mhm.
cruise.
So yeah, the goal is to really keep it affordable, but also we're doing education every day. It's a conference, and I think that that's what the confusion
That's
is.
the CEU credits?
Yes,
How'd you get
absolutely.
that?
So we are.
That's expensive.
Well, we're an authorized training partner with PMI now, officially.
Oh.
So that's exciting. So PMI Project Management Institute, we are an authorized training partner, and you can also self-report through SOCRA and ACRP. So those are credit hours as well.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm
You put
trying to
some
make
thought
it.
into this.
Well, I'm truly trying to make it like that. Nobody can give me a reason they can't go.
Right.
We have free options. We have CEUs. We have, and then also for our vendors, what we're doing instead of an expo hall, we're going to have our vendors actually take their target audience or some of the folks out on excursions. So instead of going to dinner or just going to the booth, you're going to go snorkeling, or you're going to go horseback riding, you're going to go ride an ATV, whatever it is. So we're really trying to do something different, but help build those relationships. Because really, I mean, you're forced to network. You're stuck on a boat.
Yeah. There's nowhere to
You know where to go. You have to network.
That's awesome. did that spin off from wanting to get people to network, or like is there like a mental health stuff involved too? And by the way, you
Yeah.
did the yoga thing. Did it work out
Yeah,
here?
yeah, we did meditation
Did
this
you have
morning.
a good amount of people?
We had a couple
show?
people, yeah.
Hungover?
But it was real early, so
Hangover
we'll bear-
meditation.
Yeah, yeah. We did it really quietly in the blanket fort.
Oh,
So,
okay,
yeah.
that's cool.
But yes, always, like we've talked about your podcast, and we
Yeah.
could do.
We go 2 hours on this.
We
topic.
could go multiple hours. We could have endless conversations.
That's like therapy.
It really is. I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everything we do with Clinical Research Pro, we really try to keep the mental health aspect in there as well, because it is so important in our industry, and it's really not recognized enough either. Burnout is insane, and we're all typically a bunch of type A's, and we're all doing a million things, and what makes us good in this industry leads us to burnout as well. So really making sure that we are taking the time, we're doing a well-being course, we're having yoga and meditation, but also the fact that we are doing it on a cruise ship, being able to kind of get out of that environment, allow your teams to go and not only get the education, but get some R&R as well. And that's really the basis by it is not only, because whenever we go to these conferences, I'm not talking crap on Oklahoma City or anything.
Thanks,
but
Brad.
I don't know how he got 400 people in Oklahoma City, but I'm impressed.
That's
So
that's
impressive.
should be like 800 somewhere else.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so impressive. I mean, Tucson too. That was
Tucson,
hard
too.
to get to.
Yeah, Tucson's hard to get
so, but yeah, that was really it with keeping the prices low because we don't have the overhead. So that's why we did it on a cruise ship.
That makes sense.
But yeah.
That makes sense. One call to action for everyone as we wrap up. We'll start with Marion.
What?
One call to action. What do you want people to do? Reach out to you. Go to your website.
Sorry, I was like, all of a sudden, my shoulders just hurt. Well, I would want you to reach out to me if you want help with trials. Actually, I was going to make an announcement to you because you're one of your PIs. Well, I got to study for them. Actually, that you sent me their CV. So I don't know if that's something we have to take off, but guess what? That's awesome news. Congratulations! I was supposed to tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you sent it to me. So
serious?
yeah, I'm serious.
you get a study?
Yeah. It actually came back, and I need to like.
Can I get one?
Well, I mean, you're not a PI, man.
Yeah, you get a study.
You get a study. Like, you get a study. You get a study. I know. Yeah.
you just show
So
up
you're
and you get stuff.
you literally get the study. Yeah, you guys like sent it to me. Remember you were on the SOS thing last time or a
Yeah,
long time ago?
yeah.
Yeah, well it actually So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Well,
cool.
we'll be
It took me a bit. But yeah. There you go.
There you go.
That's how I closed.
Yep, get
All
study.
right.
I'm a
This is good
closer.
for you, man. This podcast is like serendipitous.
Yeah, no. Honestly, this conference has really taught me that you just need to ask for things and just keep talking about what you're working on, and people recognize the either the potential or the talent, and they do something about it. So if there's anybody who wants to be a CRA or wants to start something, just do it and start talking about it. That's my call to action.
Awesome. Mine is follow everyone here. Get your tickets for the cruise conference. Yep.
So that way Dan can go for free. Because with the referral program, if he gets 10 people, he gets to go for free. But now apparently we got to get your whole staff behind.
Well,
Yep.
already like 40.
40? Okay. All right. So we need 40 of y'all to sign up so that we can get Dan and his team on the boat. My call to action is to follow Clinical Research Pro. We are getting more consistent with our webinars. Clinical Research Pro is really dedicated to having clinical research professionals train other clinical research professionals about what they're passionate about. So follow Clinical Research Pro on LinkedIn. We're going to have a lot more webinars. They're all free. So we want to make sure that we are able to provide that education to our clinical research professionals.
And my call to action is join Clinical Research Referral Club. But even beyond that, don't be scared to put yourself out there. You know, it's not a no until you hear it. So don't assume that it's just going to be no right away.
You got someone gonna join right now. There you go. So this is awesome, and it's the
I was gonna say, do you want to quickly walk me through the sign up process and let the people know how it looks to sign up for?
like do it with your face ID and pay it right there.
Honestly,
We will revisit
Is it that
because
quick?
membership is paused. But when we
Ah,
open back up,
all right.
Big announcement.
Oh, you're doing
yes,
like a big reveal
there is a
soon.
big announcement
Okay.
for us to support clinical researchers really at all levels. So I guess I'll give the inside scoop. We're about to launch a business lounge to really focus on those B2B connections so that, you know, those who
That's
are in
smart.
business can, you know, really take their business to the next
A
level.
lot of people asked for that here, like side owners. That's smart. Oh, I'll join with you.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I joined, but then you know what? I got hit up by like a lot of people. I was like, okay,
Of course they always
well, yeah. So I wanted. Can I have a burner? I'll join on a burner account.
Okay, so for you,
Yeah,
You-
site owner
just-
XYZ.
just turn off your messaging. We can go through
Not the
that.
guru.
So you can really tailor who it is, and we have really kind of reorganized our platform to make it more
Okay. We'll join.
influencer friendly.
This was perfect. Yeah, a burner. You know what a burner is. No?
Yeah, we can get you one.
Okay, this will be my
Or-
first burner account.
Or you could just like remove your
Oh, for
picture
real?
and like spell your name backwards. I don't know.
Well, now he's
Okay, so not that one.
We'll do it under Chris Sauber and have people like message him.
Well, you know, I messed up. So I don't know if you want to put this on there, but I made a big, huge mistake. I called, what is it, Brad Spara? That's what I said. That was Brad or Dan. Yeah, that was what I did. I literally have a message going on, and I was like, "Hey, we have a podcast," and
Oh yeah, you called me Brad on the text.
yeah, that was because I text. I literally text Brad.
No, I'm Dan. Like, okay.
Yeah, well, guess what?
taking a nap.
Brad came down there and he was like, I didn't know I had a podcast with you. And I was like, yeah, look, see, Brad Spara. Yeah, and then I texted you and I texted you, Brad, too. So I haven't emailed it because I had a panel, and yes,
And we're human.
and I'm a human. I'm a human person.
I'm a human. I had to go take a nap. I took a shower and a nap.
I also want a coffee. That'd be lovely.
Some food.
But this was a perfect panel, like last podcast of SOS. It just happened to be you guys, and we're networking. We're talking about all these things, like how to extend the conversation, how to continue giving value. So it's really awesome. Thank you guys all for coming too, by the way.
Thanks for hosting.
Thank
And-
you.
Go, yeah, see you on the cruise. Do all the call to actions. Bye-bye. Hey, if you guys like that kind of content, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Stay tuned for more videos.